Welcome back to Dog's Hot Shop and Forge. So today we begin another post vise repair. This one is a much smaller post vise with a 3 3/4 inch set of jaws. It, like my first repair, has the tenon broken off. To replace the tenon, what you can also see is all of the vise that I have. This is all there is. Bolts missing, the screw and box are missing, the staple, the mounting plate, the key and the wedge are missing, the spring is missing, so there's a fair bit of work to be done. So what I thought we'd do, as a getting started, is make the mounting hardware. Okay, so today we're going to actually get a start on this project. So the first thing we're going to do is make a new staple. I can see how they did this one and that it's actually flared a little bit at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some of this down to that width, actually all of it, because I need to make 2 of these. This one is from an existing vise that I've got, and it's got a crack here, which means that it needs replacing, because that crack actually extends all the way in, so it will fail, and it will fail spectacularly very soon. I don't know if this is going to yield enough material. Well, it might actually. It might actually yield enough material for 2 of these, but I'm not sure it's going to yield enough for this, for a set of key and wedge. But we'll see how we go. I've got more wrought iron I can use for that. Along the way we'll also draw down the spring steel for the spring. Now the vise that I'm making new parts for is slightly bigger than the vise that this one comes from. However, this staple is the same size for both. So on the other one the spring should be 22 centimeters. On this one that I'm making the part for, it needs to be about 25 centimeters long. So I'll draw down a piece, quite possibly from this end. I don't know, we'll see. So this is the spring from the vise that I'm using as a model for parts. So it needs to be longer. So we'll draw it out from this end, because yeah, that piece there will give us more than enough material. Okay, so let's get the forge lit and let's have some fun. I didn't notice that hole. Oh well. It'll be a longitudinal thing inside the length of the spring, so it shouldn't make any difference. Right now I'm just mostly focusing on getting as many of the rust pits out as possible, and keeping it to that 25mm width. we cut it off, and then we forge the other end, and then we draw out the little bit at the end. Now we cut that a bit longer than we really needed, but that's okay. Excellent. So we're going to neck down a little bit and then draw out for the little lips that hold it in line on the front jaw. something to flatten the bottom of that out. Right. So we need a bend there, and it has to go this way. So let's warm that up a little bit. Chisel all the way through. In there. What we can do is duplicate that angle because it's a bit longer, and then do that bit. We can do the final adjustment when we're actually fitting everything up for the final time. So we're aiming for 1 inch by 3/8. forging it out to about 28 millimeters in width because for the vise that I'm actually restoring, that's the size that I need. However, the other one only needs an inch, so I can draw that down quite a bit. So in the end I may actually end up with enough material. I need about half a metre overall. Get a bit too cold. Okay, that will hopefully hold it. Anyway, so we've got to make sure we're well at welding here. Put the drift in, flip it on its side, and then tap it out, hopefully welding the tip back together and drawing out the size of the channel to the width that we need. I'm not sure this is going to work. don't. And that's it, it's out. Which way is going to be up. Well, I hope you can see it. You know what? That fits up pretty damn good. I'm really happy with that. So that's what I'm going to call it for today. We have got, let me take this apart again. Oh wow, that's warm still. We've got a staple done. I'll put some decent photos of that up in a moment. We've got the spring. I don't think the spring needs heat treating. It's spring steel, it's been normalised. I might normalise it once more, just to make sure that it's going to last, but it should do the job. It will need a little bit of tweaking to get just the right amount of tension, but we are underway. So the next two parts to be made are the key and the wedge, which goes in from this side. Now, I'll have to revisit that. Now, the last time I did this for the mounting band for this anvil, link up here, I ended up with the wedge being way too long, and a lot of the fit up was very fiddly and took a lot of tweaking, so I'm going to have to figure out a better way to do that. After that, we do need to weld on a new mortise, no, tenon for the hinge. And then we need to make Ooh, the anvil got warm today. And then we need to make the mounting plate that these lock to this and to the fixed leg of the vise. As far as the bolt goes, we'll need to make that and actually hot fit it, because these actually have a little slot that they key into. So we'll need to set up for that. Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten on this one today. It was a lot of work. The staple was a lot harder to make than I thought it was going to be, simply because I used wagon tire wrought iron, which is a lot more fibrous and prone to splitting. First go at making the eye, as you saw, didn't quite go to plan, so I've welded a little bit of steel around it. The second one went fine. So that is just the way it is. The slots will need filing out to size a little bit and tidying up, but that's be all and end all. So that takes us to the end of this one. If you've enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share on social media, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. When you do, don't forget, ring the notification bell. So get out to your shop, push your envelope, but above all, stay safe, and I'll catch you for the next one.